Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to the Five Cs. This is Planet Head, um, flying as Robert Gouldshaw. I am on my day 2 of getting ready to get blown up in low-sec space. Um, did just throw 2 more skills into the hopper here for upgrading my Rifter fit that I'm going to be doing. Uh, Probably going to do some short videos until I actually start flying and getting blown up. Just want to keep some updates going if anybody's interested. Um, Currently, before these skills go in, my DPS is. Whoop, this is my probe, so let's get into the Rifter. If I remember correctly, yesterday it was at 42 before I threw in the 2 skill points into Minmatar Frigate. Here we go. Academy Rifter. Nope, not that one. I want Basic Rifter, the basic one that I had the other day. And then we will throw in some modules here. There we go. So just bumping those up to two levels has me at 55. Let's see if I can find. Did I save it here? There it is. So this is the fit, same exact fit. As of yesterday, I haven't changed anything to it. The only thing I did was throw in the skills for flying Minmatar frigates. They're up to level 3 now. And you can see my DPS has changed from 42.1 damage per second to 55.2. So right there you can see where skills can very much affect it. Also trying out today. Yesterday I was having some issues with my connection, or at least my speed of my processor. So you can see everything seems to be running a lot faster. I think I did reboot my computer, but I also took a suggestion from a fellow. I just want to say thank you to him. There. Let's see here. Ahmad? Mercedes? I think he applied before. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's suggesting this is my hint of the day to get rid of the Eve launcher, or at least once I've booted up Eve, to shut down the Eve launcher, because that seems to take some CPU resource. Things seem to be running smoother here while I'm videotaping. I do have my resolution down as I did it yesterday. This is not. That is not the fit that I want. Dang it. So don't think that 55.2 is not the right one. I thought that was a little high. Bet you it's about like 45. Should be. What's this one? Yes. There it is. So this is the basic Rifter fit that I came up with yesterday. Even more basic than other people's basic Rifter fits. Okay, 47.2, 47.1. So raising my skill points raised my damage per second by 5 on that. So I'm going to do one. I wanted to jump in and make the video because I literally just dropped 2 more items into the hopper. The small projectile turret 2 and 3. In 4 hours, I should find out about that. See what that looks like. I'm looking at starting to produce the ships in 2 days, because I'm waiting for my. I've got all of them being researched here, so I can produce them a larger volume, then they cost less. Because if you're going to get blown up, make it cost less. Right now, the ship, the worth of the ship is 1.1 million. That's how bad it is. As I was saying, this is a base level ship. I want to try it out for a little bit and then add on. Another friend of mine did watch the video and had some ideas, and I like them. And I'm probably going to go with them. I want to go with this one first. But this is what I'm kind of looking forward to, is trying this out. It not working that well. It sounds stupid, but and then changing it around a little bit. He had the idea of throwing on some armor coatings, or something on that line, keeping it still simple instead of going with the inertial stabilizers. And the armor plating. My initial thought pattern with the inertial stabilizers is that it affects your align time, your inertial modifier, and your align time. If you notice here, if I have it on and off, right now if it's on, I get 2.379 and 5.63. If I turn it off, I go up to 2.8 and 6.76. So basically my align time drops by a minute, which could be pretty helpful when you're either trying to get into a fight quickly or get out. And then your inertial modifier affects the turning speed positively. What that would affect is, if I'm understanding it correctly, and I'm not an expert, but it affects your turning radius. So if I've got my afterburner on that I have like right here, then it would affect my transversal, which would help with my speed tanking that I'm going for on the ship. Is there an option? Could I go with another inertial modifier? I might be able to. I might want to drop that down and get rid of this armor. But these are the things that you can tinker with, especially when you're going with a really cheap ship. Because even though you plan on dying, rather than take out a 50 million-ish ship or 100 million to try out an armor fit, you can try them lower and see how long it. This is going to sound crazy, but see how long it takes to die. Because even though you might not have the firepower to kill somebody, you can work on your defenses and see how long you can hold out against them. Or your escapability, things like that. And then work on the other stuff as well. Wow, it is raining. I love rain. It has been hot here the last couple days. So just two shout outs to both of those guys. Fantastic input. Definitely want to try out that armor layering here. I will think about changing this stuff up here. The main thing with this ship is it's not a pure tackle ship, fleet tackle. It is there to tackle people and hold them down, but a pure tackle ship in my mind would have a micro warp drive on it to try to get in there as quickly as possible and get that initial hold down while your friends come in. This is totally a basic get me blown up ship to try out as much as possible, but and also work on some of the side things, whereas everything that I've watched and seen says that while skills are important and can raise your DPS and your stats, you also need to learn how to fly the ships and learn how to command them correctly. So that's something that I really want to work on. So that said, I'm going to try to do, yep, we're going to exit that. Got my old basic probe here. I do want to do what I wanted to do yesterday. Wow. I think that's what I meant. And head down to I want to head down to Faction Warfare Space and see if I can get in there and take a gander around before I start flying into it. I have not spent much time there at all, maybe just flown through it once or twice. So, yeah, I can definitely see a major difference here. There's a much less choppiness. Definitely don't want to fly with a poor connection doing PvP. This seems to be working a lot better because I could do PvP, but I want to be able to record it. First off, for the videos that I put up, but also I want to review it myself. It's one of the few times I'll actually review it. When I do it, my other kind of goal is, while I'm doing it, is to not do any commentary, do the fast forwarding, that sort of thing, and focus on what I see. Then when other people might see other things, they might be able to give some input, just like the two fellas did on that. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I wanted to go to Illenfrick. That's a terrible name for a system, Illenfrick. And it actually, by doing this, it has helped me to make sure that my system's set up before I start flying out there. If you're wondering, what I'm doing right now is just pulling up Dotlan. On my side screen here, just to make sure I'm in the right direction. We're going to go to Farn, Renz, Budbin. I think what I'm going to do, trying to be a little bit smart like this, just to show you the map here. If I'm not mistaken, the major hub, or the major area of fighting, is Amamake here. We'll just look at it here. It looks like a decent number of pod kills. Ooh, hey, right there. There's a spike right there in the last hour that over 5 or 6 ships have died. So there might be a gate camp going on there. So we want to be careful jumping through there. I'm going to go to Renz. So let's check out, instead of coming through Asugar, what about Damelin? Damelin Lingdong. If you could tell, I'm a little bit weak. I literally just woke up, grabbed a cup of coffee, and jumped in here because I'm kind of jazzed to do this. Definitely some stuff going on, but if you look at the numbers here, there are less ship kills, but definitely action going on. So this might be a good spot to start in. Could be a gate camp, maybe not. Lots of jumps coming through here. In comparison, let's look at Amamake again. Those are my 2 entry points in. Jumps, about maybe 3 to 4 times as many jumps in and out of Amamake. So we're going to go around the opposite direction. I think we're going to go... Wait, did I just close that? There you are. Let's get you back over here so I can keep an eye on you. And, okay, we want to go a Budbin. And I don't have any save spot. If I remember correctly, I don't have any save spots out here. So this is purely a scouting mission to roll on out here. And you can do some scanning and exploring in Faction Warfare Space, but you want to be careful with it because there's going to be a lot more guys out there, in my mind, who do combat probes. So you definitely want to have your directional scanner up when you're in there. Okay, so we got, and then we're going to go to Alakir. One little spot I was looking at here is there is a low sec here above Damelin that has everything here. This could be a nice little jump off point to get started with every day, to to go to Bossburger. Or you could even live out here. I'm not sure. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been out this way, but Loam isn't too bad right here. It doesn't have a research area, but it does have everything else. So if you're just looking for a little beachhead, just looking at the maps, I have no clue who's there. So, okay, and Damelin. This is so weird after living in the Great Wildlands for so long. Well, for so long, for a couple months, and not seeing anybody whatsoever, and then on every gate you see somebody. So, okay, so we want to have our local up here. Let's put that right in the middle. Actually, I'll put it to the side so I can see what's going on. I like to have local up in plain view so I very quickly know who is there and who's in. 21 people in Damelin. Wow. That's a lot of people. I'm going to warp to the gate for, this is the jump into Losec. I don't know if anybody's sitting on the other side of it. Because Bossburger is that beginning part to Losec. Hopefully nobody's gate camping it. I could jump out, get in my pod, and fly over, but I don't want to do that. There we go. Oh, shoot. I did not make a clone. Okay, this will be a learning experience if I die. If I jump through and somebody does tackle me on the other side, my hope is to maybe burn back to the gate and jump back through. My other option sometimes might be to wait to see if somebody else comes through and they try to tackle them too. That I've actually saved myself before that. It's kind of like tripping that guy who runs slower than you do when you're running from the killer in a horror movie. All right, let's take a jump here and see if anybody kills us. Yeah, I know it's low security space. I'm stupid. I could, maybe this is a reason for me to throw the cloak on here finally. You got nobody on here, as you see me do 1,000 times before. Let's get right off this gate as quickly as possible. And we will set up our first safe spot. There we go. Okay. So we are officially in faction warfare space. So what do you want to do first? Well, get to your safe spot. Hopefully this should be within 14.3 of the gate. Go ahead and close down that. Get my directional scanner up. The only thing when I'm in my safe spot, since I don't have a cloak on, the only thing I'm really looking for is to make sure that nobody's got combat probes out and it's hunting me down. So, hitting V for my hotkey. Good. Got nobody out here. There's an Amarr frigate wreck there. Okay. Now, from what I understand, and I might be wrong with this, but these are your faction warfare sites. Let me just make sure I don't go way over time here. Yep, I got about 10 minutes. These are your faction warfare sites here. A novice ship will take frigates or above. I'm sorry, only frigates. I think small sites will take destroyers and below. Medium sites go cruisers and below. Um, these show up when somebody has entered and left them on your overview. If they're not on your overview, then they will show up in here, in your probe scanner. Let's go ahead and okay, gotta make sure I keep my D-scan going. Oh, I always like to keep moving. Even though I am in a safe spot, if I get up to a little bit of a pace, if somebody is combat probing me down, at least it might give me a second or two more as they warp in to try to kill me. So, every little bit helps. So, what you can do is look at, in your probe scanner, available sites. Now, in here, you'll notice, I'm just looking through here real quick, we've got 1, 2 novice sites, 3, 4 novice sites that I could go to and wait for somebody to try to come kill me, or if somebody's already there, try to kill them. I'm not going to get into the whole faction warfare space, grindings, that sort of thing. I'm not part of faction warfare space. I'm just looking for PvP funness. And if you're in one of these sites, you better be ready to do PvP. So if you notice here, if I got 1, 2, 3, 4 novice sites, and then over here I've got one, I think just one that's been opened up. So as you can tell, there's more sites than what's on your overview. These are just sites that somebody has entered and left. I was thinking about this last night. It might behoove somebody to go in and open up all of them to take it longer for somebody to scan down each one, so you have a better view as to what's going on. But with your directional scanner, this is the second part. Always, okay, that was just that. Anytime it changes like that, I worry that there's a combat probe coming on. Ooh, somebody's being mean. Somebody. Oh, wow. Reading that right? Somebody lost a pod worth 1.5 billion ISK. I think I've been playing for like 6 months, and I think I made like 2 billion ISK total myself. So, okay, sorry about that. So the second part here, and this is, I don't want to go too long in the video, we're at 24 minutes. The second thing I figured out to do is that now I want to see who is in each one of these spots. So I can look at anything within 14.3 with my directional scanner. Just to show you, whoops, with my probe. So this bubble here is my directional scanner. It's looking for anything that might be in that area. If I change the range down to 5%, you notice here, where is my guy? There it is. Instead of being a bubble, it becomes cone-ish. So if I only want to do half the area, or actually, there it is, half the area, it'll give me a cone that way. It would tell me that guys are in that area. If I want to do a smaller cone, it's there. And really pinpoint a spot, it would be right there. Now the one thing you want to be careful of is while you're doing this, you can only have one directional scanner up at a time. So if you are scanning a place, you cannot be doing defensive scanning. I can't leave up that 360 bubble and look for combat probes. So you want to get good at this. The second part is, okay, if I wanted to see, this is that small facility here. Now if I wanted to see if anybody was in there, what I would do is I would click on it, and let me see if it's been a while since I've done this, but I think if I hit C, hold down C, and that, it will, yep. Did you notice there where it changed my direction? I'm now pointed at that small facility. If I want to change it to this one here, I can, well actually we'll do the, where's the small compound there? So here's a small compound. If I want to look at that one, I would hold down the C. Oops. My brain is not functioning. Hold on. And I would click on the overview here so I can go back and forth between the two. And when I do that, all I do is hit my V for scan, and it will tell me when no results come up, it tells me that nobody is in this small facility. Go back over here, hit scan. Notice here, in that vicinity, there are 2 towers, so most of these are going to be near an orbital area, but there's also a destroyed Republic ship, so I think that is one of the ships that protects that whatever it is, zone. So I can just go back and forth. If I want to check out these novices, oops, I did it again. I was doing what I was doing earlier. If I want to check out the novice sites, now the only problem is nobody has gone into these, so I cannot align to them. I can only align to the stuff that has come up. Where is... There we go. So, I'm sorry, I just woke up, and and it's been a little bit since I've done this. I more so did this whenever I was trying to stay alive while I was doing exploration. So I'm glad I'm practicing this right now before I do it in a couple of days. My goal is to know what's in these compounds before I go up. There's one. There's a coercer in this small compound here. There is a coercer sitting there. Okay? So that is a way I would know before I fly into them if there's somebody I want to fight. Now what I'll be looking for, hopefully, is some frigates. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to die, so at least I can try some stuff out. So let's go ahead and get our defensive connection up here. Still got that going, so I did no combat probes. I'm feeling pretty safe. So I'm going to fly around and practice that a bit. Look at the areas tomorrow. I'll start here and maybe do some exploring to see who lives in the area and make some more safe spots and just roll around and have some fun. Hopefully by the weekend when I have a lot of time, I will come out here and just start trying to die a lot. If you want to come out here and hunt me, you're more than welcome to. Get some free kill mills. But I want to learn about the area more. So, but that's about it for today. Not a whole lot, but hope you guys have a great week. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want, and stay alive. Have a good one.